You ever wake up, roll over, grab your phone, and before your feet even hit the floor, you already feel broke? Yeah, that's America. The land of the free, the home of the hustled. Stick around because by the end of this, you're gonna see exactly how much it costs just to breathe in this country and why the system is designed to keep you broke, dumb, and obedient. But wait for it. I'm gonna show you the numbers. I'm gonna show you the traps. And most importantly, I'm gonna show you the exits. Because if you don't know the game, you can't win. And right now, you're playing Monopoly with no rule book, and the banker is robbing you blind. So let's start with the gut punch. How much does it cost to live in the United States of America? Not to ball out, not to buy Gucci belts or Lambos. I'm talking about the bare minimum to keep a roof over your head, food in your stomach, gas in your tank, and the government off your back. Here's the answer. Too fucking much. But let's break it down. Because numbers don't lie, but the people who run the system sure as hell do. Because when we get to the total daily number, you're gonna question why you've been killing yourself at work for scraps. And more importantly, you're gonna see why the game is rigged from the jump. Let's start with the four-wheeled prison they tricked you into thinking was freedom, the car. They sell it as independence, mobility, the great American highway dream. But in reality, it's a metal leash, a rolling debt machine. Car payment, $500 to $700 a month. Insurance, $150 to $300. Gas, $200 to $400, depending on how far you gotta drive to get to the job that barely covers the car you're driving to it. Do the math. Before you even get to maintenance, you're spending $1,000 a month just to move, just to show up, just to clock in. And here's the sick joke. Half the time, you don't even own that car. The bank does. Miss a few payments, Repo Man's pulling up to your driveway at 3 a.m., yanking your freedom back onto a tow truck. Let me ask you something. What's your car payment right now? Drop it in the comments. Don't be shy, because I guarantee half the people watching this are paying more for their ride than their rent. And that ain't a coincidence. That's design, because the car is just the appetizer. The real meal is the roof over your head. Let's talk about shelter. Your house, your apartment, that box you collapse into every night after selling your soul at work. Rent? $1,500 to $2,500 a month, depending on where you live. Mortgages? Same ballpark, but with an extra illusion sprinkled on top. The illusion of ownership. You think you own your house? Miss 3 payments and watch how fast the bank takes it. Forget to pay property tax? County swoops in and you're out on the street. You don't own shit. You're just renting from the government with extra steps. And they sold you this as the American dream. Own a home, white picket fence, security. That dream turned into a nightmare. Now it's a ball and chain, shackling you to 30 years of debt while your boss squeezes you dry. Think about it. Why does it cost more to sleep under a roof in America than it does to feed an entire family for a year in half the world? Wait until you see the food numbers. That's where it really gets criminal. Food in America is a scam, period. Groceries? $400 to $800 a month for a single person or a family living lean. Eating out? Double that, easy. But here's the mindfuck. Why is poison cheaper than nutrition? You can get a double cheeseburger for $2, but a pack of blueberries is $6. A soda is $1, but a bottle of water is $3 at the airport. That's not supply and demand, that's supply and control. Keep the poor stuffed with cheap calories, keep the rich buying organic, and watch life expectancy split in half. What's the one food item you've seen skyrocket this year? Drop it in the comments because everybody's feeling it and the corporations are laughing their asses off. Because if you think food is bad, wait until you see the invisible add-ons bleeding you slow. This is the sneaky shit, the stuff you don't notice until your account balance is bleeding out. Utilities, $200 to $500. Phone and internet, $150 and climbing. Subscriptions, Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Spotify, death by 1,000 cuts. $10 here, $15 there. Before you know it, you're dropping $100 a month just to distract yourself from being broke. That's the genius of it. They don't rob you fast. They rob you slow. They slice you open with microcharges until you're too weak to fight back. How many subscriptions do you pay for? And be honest. Add them up in your head. It's more than you think. And guess what? We haven't even talked about taxes yet. That's the part that'll piss you off the most. You think you make $25 an hour? No, you make $17. The rest goes to Uncle Sam. Federal, state, Social Security, Medicare. They've got more hands in your pocket than a pickpocket convention. And here's the real punchline. Your boss gives you a raise. And who's the happiest? Not you, the government. Because now they take more. That's not a raise, that's a trap. That's like giving a starving man a pizza and eating 3 slices before he touches it. How much do you see disappear from your paycheck every week? Drop it down below. People need to see how universal this scam is. But if you think taxes are theft, wait until you hear about healthcare. That's the scam of survival. In most countries, people fear the disease. In America, people fear the bill. Break your arm? $10,000. Need an ambulance? $1,200 for the ride. Take insulin? Hundreds a month just to not die. And here's the sickest twist. In America, death is cheaper than survival. It's more profitable to keep you barely alive, drowning in debt, than to cure you. That's why salads cost $12 and fast food is $2. They make money whether you eat or whether you're sick. What's the most ridiculous medical bill you've ever seen? Because I bet somebody watching this got charged $40 for a Tylenol in the ER. Because all of this adds up into the real daily prison. And that's where the gut punch lands. Car, $1,000 a month. Roof, $2,000. Food, $600 to $800. Utilities and subscriptions, $500. Taxes, thousands. Healthcare? Don't even start. Add it all up, $4,000 a month, easy. Break it down daily? $130 just to exist. Not to thrive, not to save, not to build, just to exist. So if you're not making $4,000 a month, you're already drowning. And half the country isn't. That means half the country is broke before breakfast. If you stopped working today, how long could you survive? A month? A week? Drop your answer because that's the real measure of freedom. But wait, here's the twist. This isn't failure. This is design. And the illusion of freedom is the cage you can't see. The system doesn't lock you up with bars. It locks you up with bills. Your landlord is the warden, your boss is the guard, your bank account is the cell. And the only time they let you out? Monday morning, to shuffle back into work. That's not freedom. That's a prison sentence dressed up as normal life. And the funniest part? They convinced you this is the American dream. Go to school, take loans, buy a house, buy a car, work 40 years, retire when you're too old to enjoy it. That's not a dream, that's a scam. Because I told you I'd give you the exits. And this is where we flip the script. Here's the truth. You can't save your way out of this trap. You'll never cut enough coupons, cancel enough subscriptions, or eat enough dollar menu burgers to beat a system built to drain you. The only way out? Offense. You have to make more than they can steal. 3 moves flip my life. Build a second stream. Your job is a leash. A side hustle is a bolt cutter. Flip products, freelance, build a faceless YouTube channel, whatever it takes. Money that doesn't depend on your boss is freedom money. Leverage platforms. The internet is the casino, but it's also the cheat code. YouTube, automation, AI, these are tools that turn one person into an army. That's why faceless creators are cashing out while you're stuck in traffic. Flip chaos into cash. Recessions, inflation, layoffs, they're opportunities in disguise. When the system shakes, hustlers eat. Wealth doesn't disappear, it transfers. From the blind to the awake. Because I'm going to show you exactly how to spot those transfers in real time. So how much does it cost to live in America? Too damn much. But the real question is, how much longer are you going to keep playing their game? Because here's the deal. The system owns your time. Your boss owns your paycheck. The government owns your soul. But once you build something they can't touch, a channel, a hustle, a business, you own yourself again. And that, my friends, is the only real American dream left.